Hi everyone, this is Sandeep. Today I'm going to bring out a very powerful problem-solving method that got evolved in 13th century. It's called the Occam's razor or the Law of Parsimony. This came out after a French theologian whose name was Occam, and it was very basic stuff in terms of problem-solving method. The law of parsimony or Occam's razor states that when you have too many competing complex theories, pick the one which is simpler that has the least number of assumptions. So as the name says, it's called razor for a reason because the idea is to shave off all the complexities and assumptions and pick the simpler path which has the least assumptions. And he says that that usually is the right or better answer. It's a very powerful problem solving method used in the real world, including physics theories, medical diagnostics, market analysis, and all of that. And it's not only Occam's razor, it's also propagated by many of the scientists and painters who lived in the previous centuries. For example, Einstein is attributed to have quoted, everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. And similar thought process was propagated by Leonardo da Vinci, who was a great painter, that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. And in the investing world, none other than to look for Warren Buffett, the famous investor, has said, I don't look to jump over 7 foot bars. I look for 1 foot bars that I can step over. So he puts it in a very simple way that complex things are these 7 foot hurdles he's talking about, and relatively simple things are 1 foot hurdles. So here are 5 applications of Occam's razor to the investing world, which is cluttered with information and data in internet and media, social media, especially today. Now, there are 5 boxes I put. First one, simplify investing portfolio. Keep few stocks that we understand really well. No need to clutter and participate in every trend of the bull market. This is even true today because people want to participate in Bitcoin, they want to participate in quantum computing, in electrification, autonomous, space travel, whatnot. So having a simple portfolio would help with few stocks will help us understand those businesses really well. Second, go with least number of assumptions path when analyzing a business. That's a direct application of Occam's rule. Reduce the number of assumptions to ensure the margin of safety and even more important that we don't have accidents in the portfolio. Third point, avoid the tendency of extrapolating growth for more than 3 years. Trust me, even the CEOs of the companies that we invest in cannot really predict what can happen beyond 3 years. Jeff Bezos wouldn't have predicted an AWS in 2006. Many examples like that. So it is not a good idea to extrapolate too much ahead on the growth front. Even more applicable in today's world where people predict the revenue growth 5 years from now, and there are many companies listed which has zero revenues today. It's all paper revenues that's predicted 4 years, 5 years ahead. This is even more applicable to the space companies, space, and many other new trends that's emerging. So we don't want to keep complicate things by extrapolating beyond a longer period. Fourth one, keep a checklist for analyzing companies and keep the checklist very simple. And finally, time period n in the compounding formula is the only parameter we can control completely. The other 2 parameters or 3 parameters can be controlled only partially. So having a long-term mindset can simplify a lot of investment complexities. And the long-term mindset is the part of time period in the formula. The rate, many people are bound by the rate of returns of achieving 40, 50, 100 percentage. But what is really achievable is to focus on the time period. So these are 5 simple takeaways based on Occam's razor, how we can apply in the world of investing. Thanks for staying with me.